once more. In this tutorial, we are going to be starting our coding in our HTML programming series, right? We introduced HTML and we introduced the basic development of website in our previous tutorial. If you didn't see it, please watch it. I am going to put a link in over there, so please watch it so that you can catch up with us. Otherwise, what we are going to be doing in here, we are going to be introducing the basic syntax and the basic programming of how do we go about creating our websites in HTML. So without any waste of time, let me just go to I want us to go to this page. This page, what we did previously, we coded this. In fact, we didn't code, we just wrote it down, right? This is the basic website. We said this is a basic website. In fact, it is a website, it is okay, but then we need some control over our websites. It's just like this one. These ones, the programmers of this website had some control of these websites, right? They had what we call in it the code or the coding. If we can inspect this, there is something I want you to see in here. This is what we call in the code of a website, right? As you can see here, this is the code. As programmers, we want to be able to write something like this for us to be able to create this. If I were to copy everything in here, right, and like copy it in this, and then come to this side, and then put it down in here, like paste it in here. I was going, when I try to run this, I was going to have a Google page, which is like this one, right? Meaning that this page has been created by this. So our work as programmers or as web developers, what we want to do, we want to write this down. We want to be able to write this down so that we can get what? So that we can get this. I think now you understand what we are doing, right? So without any waste of time, let us start coding. So we're going to go to our text editor. Remember, we said this is a text editor. Excuse me. So the basic structure, the basic syntax of an HTML page or an HTML of an HTML code is we use text like this, HTML, something like this, right? And inside this HTML, we say this is the opening tag, and this one is the closing tag of this HTML structure, right? So these are the tags, the HTML tags. Every time when you are trying to create a website, the first text that you must have in your code are this, the HTML, the opening and the closing. How do we see that it's an opening or a closing tag? You look into this side of the text. This side, as you can see, there is no forward slash here. The side that has got a forward slash means that it's a closing tag. So how do we code in HTML? We code with text. So we have this text, and the other text that we need are these ones: head, and then in here we need other texts which are called in title, and then after these ones we need what we call in maybe link text or other text, but then these are the most important ones. These are the ones that we are going to be talking about today. And then after this tag, we are going to have body tags. And then now with these tags, these are the basic ones. We also have a million of them out there, but then these are the basic ones. These are the ones that we are going to be talking about mostly when we are creating our website. For us to have something like this, we must be able to, we must use this text. I think now you understand. So these tags, we say these tags are the very same structures or programming constructs that help us to be able to control our code. Remember that when we created this thing, or these words before. When we wrote these words, we were not able to control them. Even if we wanted to change our font color, our font family, the background, we couldn't change it, right? But now that we have text in here, we have a full control of our code. For example, now, because I'm creating a website, what I'm going to do, I am going to give it a background color. And for me to be able to give my website a background color, I am going to use the body, because the body is this. This is the body. From here, from this corner to that corner, down here, and then down here. It is what we call in body, or the window part, right? So this is with the part in which we are going to be doing what? In which we are going to be creating our website, or we are going to be running our website. As you can see, this is the body of the Google page, from this corner to that corner to that corner to that corner, right? So we even with our page, from this corner to that corner to this corner to that corner, it's going to be that body. So here is the body. In here, I want our body to have this color, or of the Google page. This color. It is going to take me time. I could copy it. Let me see if I can be able to copy it in here. Yes. Okay, I'm going to screen color pick. Let me just take this color. I want our page, this page, as you can see, it is now white. I want it to be like this color, right? I've just copied the color. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to say here style, and then here I'm just going to say background color, and then going to paste that color that I copied over that side, like this one. What is happening? Like this. And now when I save this, like right, go to file and then save. And after when I save this, and then when I go to this our page, and then when I refresh, as you can see now it is white, but when I refresh in here, I'm going to see the change in color. As you can see now, this color is like this Google page, right? So we have started programming now. As you can see, before we had white background, now we have changed it. It is like this Google page. So what we want to do now, we want to, as you can see here, we have what we call the title in here. It says Google, where it says google.com, it has a tooltip text. We want our tag to say Google as well, right? So what we are going to do here, we are going to come into this part where it says title and change it and type it to Google, something like this. And then when we save, and then go back to this file, and then refresh. As you can see, we have Google as well. It says Google with the tooltip text, which is it's a local shared file here. This one is a local file, and this one is a remote file. It has a Google address. I think you are seeing it. So that is how we code in HTML, right? So what we're going to do now, we're going to, when we want to write code in HTML, everything that you are programming, or everything that you want to show up in this, like this, everything that is showing up in here, from here to this, it must be, even in here, it must be in the body text, within the body text, the tag, not the text, between this tag, the first opening body and the closing body tag. Every code that you want to show in your window, it must be within this text. How? For example, I am going to write this is a clone of the Google website. This is a clone of the Google website. When I Control S, or when I file and save, as you can see, the shortcut is Control S. Usually I'm going to be using Control S, so that is how we're going to be doing. If I refresh in here, Control R, you're going to say that, but it is in black because we didn't style it. It is in black now, and then it is hard for us to see it. But it says this is a clone of the Google website. We can just change the the color so that it cannot be black. How do we change it? We need a tag. Remember, we said we use tags for us to be able to control things. So we need a tag even in here. We can change it in here, like in the board, because we said everything that is in here is within this body text. So we can change it in here. We're just going to say color, just color, and then say white, like this. And then when we go to this and then we refresh, as you can see, now it is white. When we say color in here and then say white, everything that is in here is going to be white, right? So that is how we code. I think you are getting it. We are coding along with me. I hope so. So now what we want to do, we want to be able, like, to demonstrate or to do some more of our code inside the body text, because we said the most important text in our website are this one, right? The body text. So how do we, for example, if we want to take this text, put it in the center, we want to centralize this text, maybe give it a styling for, let it to be in here, somewhere around in the center. How do we do it? So the first thing that we are going to do is we need to put this inside text. I am going to use text a lot so that it can be used in programming using text. So we're going to put it inside text. So I'm just going to say the text that I'm going to use, it's a paragraph text. We just like paragraph text like this, opening paragraph and then closing. And then in here, just put in the text that you want. And then in here, we need to introduce the style, just like what we did in here, so that we can be able to centralize our text in here. And our style is going to be like this, style. And then here, we're going to say text right, something like this, and then send, right? And then when you save this and go to this set and then refresh, you can see now the text is aligned in the center of the website, right? We can also change the font family. The font family can be like here, we can say maybe font family. Let us choose which different font can we choose in here? This font. Let us choose this one and then save. And then we could also increase the font size. Font size. Let us just larger this one, and then save, and then go back into our website and then refresh. As you can see, it's not that large, but I think you can see the difference now. So this has been styled now, right? So what do we need to do is, what else do we need to do? We need to, let me say, to centralize the text so that it can be, as you can see now, it is centered, we say horizontally along the window. We want to centralize it horizontally and vertically. As you can see, this cookie text is centered horizontally and vertically. So for us to be able to centralize it horizontally and vertically, we are going to come into here and add the style of the body text. In the style, we're going to say, let me say, display, and then what am I going to use? Flex. Let me choose flex now. And then when I choose flex, I think I will need to use flex align items, justify content center. Yeah, something like this. And then save, and then go back, and I can refresh here. Justifies content center. This is what it did. Can we align those items? Align items, maybe center. Okay, yes, as you can see now, it is centered along the screen. So we have styled our text to be centerized vertically and horizontally. So now what we can do, we can stylize this text to be bigger like this one. So how do we do it? We just go to this. I chose a different font family, so I'm not sure if it's going to give me what I want. But then let's just try to font. We need the font size again. So let us just come to here and choose maybe 48 px, and then font weight. Let us font weight, and then choose maybe border, something like this, and then maybe go to this our side. Yes, as you can see, now there is a difference. We have this is a clone of Google. So what we can do now, we can just remove this is a clone of Google like this. You can remove this and then remove this, and then have what we call this. As you can see, now we have Google like this one. They have Google, we are own Google, we are creating our own Google. That is what we call creating in website using your HTML. Stay tuned for the next tutorial while we are continuing with creating our Google clone. We are going to add the text field, this text field, and the search buttons and everything in the next tutorial. For now, goodbye. Stay tuned. Please continue supporting the channel. Continue supporting the channel by subscribing, liking, and sharing the content with your friends. Please make sure that you share the content with your friends. Otherwise, this is the structure of an HTML website. This is a styling. We are going to talk about it in future tutorials. But what is important with this tutorial for now is this: the text, the HTML text, and how do we write HTML. The styling, you can just let it be for now. We are going to talk about we are going to talk about it in future tutorials. With how do we go about styling of our website, so that we can get a real clone of this Google, because they have their own Google. We want to create our own Google. So that's what we're going to do exactly. So otherwise, thank you. Please